जय गणराया श्री गणराया, जय गणराया श्री गणराया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया। जय गणराया श्री गणराया, जय गणराया श्री गणराया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया। सिद्धि विनायक बुद्धि प्रदायक, सिद्धि विनायक बुद्धि प्रदायक, सिद्धि विनायक बुद्धि प्रदायक, सिद्धि विनायक बुद्धि प्रदायक, निर्मल पुत्र गजानना, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया। अष्ट विनायक मंगलदायक, अष्ट विनायक मंगलदायक, अष्ट विनायक मंगलदायक, अष्ट विनायक मंगलदायक, निर्मल पुत्र गजानना, मातृ प्रेम गजानना, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया। सिंदूर वदना संकट हरणा, सिंदूर वदना संकट हरणा, सिंदूर वदना संकट हरणा, सिंदूर वदना संकट हरणा, निर्मल पुत्र गजानना, मातृ प्रेम गजानना, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया। जय गणराया श्री गणराया, जय गणराया श्री गणराया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया। जय गणराया श्री गणराया, जय गणराया श्री गणराया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया, 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 मंगल मूर्ति मोरया। A very warm welcome to all the seekers here on our daily sessions. As you know that we started these sessions for seekers who are looking to understand more about Sahaja Yoga and meditation way back when the lockdown started last year. And since then, thousands of you have joined us both on YouTube and Zoom channels. So we are having daily sessions for new people who are joining, one in the morning at 7:45 a.m., 8 a.m., one in the afternoon at 4:15 p.m. and one in the evening at 7:45 p.m., which is this one. And after that, once you have understood more about Sahaja Yoga and how meditation can be done at home, etc., then you want to get established into Sahaja Yoga more. Then you can join us in the 5:30 p.m. session that we have daily for deep meditation. So these sessions have been going on, and a lot of seekers have joined us through this online program that we started and have benefited a lot, even physically, and some ailments and all of that, because Sahaja Yoga has so many benefits um, at every level of our existence. So people have benefited just through this online session. We recently got requests about doing this in other languages as well. So we have started a session in Marathi, which happens every Friday at 7:45 p.m. And on Saturdays, we have sessions in English for people who do not understand Hindi. Yep. So in the next hour or so, what we'll try to do is talk briefly about what Sahaja Yoga is, maybe a little bit about who Shree Mataji is, how Sahaja Yoga is different from the rest of the meditations that are on in the market, so to say. And then we'll talk about our internal subtle system a bit. And after that, we'll go for self-realization session. And post that, you can also put out any questions that you may have. If you are a new seeker, you may have several questions. So you can put out those questions on our Zoom channel or YouTube channel, and we'll try to answer those for you. So to start off, what Sahaja Yoga is, so we've been talking about this a lot, but let's speak about what you as a seeker have come here for. So I'll just put out instances for which people come to Sahaja Yoga, for example. So some people come to Sahaja Yoga for treating medical issues that are not treatable by doctors. So a lot of people come for medical benefits, physical benefits to Sahaja Yoga, because we do not know where to go, what to do, how to get rid of our physical problems. And we have heard from someone that in Sahaja Yoga, your physical ailments get better. Sometimes we come to Sahaja Yoga when we are really stressed out from the daily life, from our jobs, from our family issues, so many issues in life which are more mental. And sometimes people come to Sahaja Yoga when they're very depressed and they do not know how to get rid of other certain problems. Sometimes people come to Sahaja Yoga actually because they are seeking God in some form or other, and they have been to several gurus, tried several books and different forms of yoga and meditation, and haven't achieved anything in life so far. So there are various types of seeking that is going on right now. And such seeking was never there in the history of humanity. So many people have joined us just for this program on YouTube, for example. Never in human history, so many people were seeking God. They were just doing regular puja aarti. That is all that people knew. People never cared to figure out if there is something higher. There were very far and few people who would go to caves and Himalayas and do meditation, but those were people who had left life and were just doing that, and they were very, very far and few. So this is something new, because people are seeking, as they say, this is the Ghor Kaliyug, where we see so many bad things happening around us. And we feel that this world is really going to the dogs. What will happen to us? How we will get over all of these, all of these problems that are surrounding us? And these problems are social. These problems are physical problems that are coming to us, and these problems are wars and so many things that are going on in the world right now. So in all of that, all of those problems that are surrounding us, actually those problems have given rise to our seeking, where we are fed up with all of this that is happening in the world right now, and we do not see a way out. And we just feel that there has to be something higher in this world for us. And that is when we start looking for God, and that is where our seeking starts. So a lot of these issues that we have personally drop out after Sahaja Yoga. In Sahaja Yoga, what we do is awaken the Kundalini Shakti. That is the residual power of God Almighty, the Creator, which is residing inside us. When that awakens, it gives us uh, uh, a connection to the divine. When that connection is established, His power starts flowing through us. It really does. We feel it on our hands, our fingertips. We feel what is going inside us, what is outside. When that power flows, we can use it to correct ourselves, whatever issues we may have, whatever issues others may have. We can use that power to know the truth. So we do not know if a person standing in front of us is lying. If he's an imposter or he's a real saint, we do not know that. We can know that once we have this power flowing through us in form of vibrations in our hands. So this power, when it starts flowing through us, gives us a relief from our physical problems, our social, family, monetary, every kind of problems. And it gives us the truth. For the first time, we get to know about ourselves really and about others. Also, it gives us pure joy and bliss in meditation, because we are truly connected to God and we feel this power flowing through us. We get into a thoughtless state. So what is thoughtless state? It's a thoughtless awareness state where, so all the time, most of our stress, most of our issues come because we are overthinking. We are thinking about the past, future, this didn't happen, that will happen, our desires, all of that keep pushing us a lot into stress. And we are not able to get out of those thoughts ever. So when we meditate, we get into a state where we are thoughtlessly aware. So nirvichar chetana, which means that if we wish, we can think about something, but we are completely aware and we are completely in control of our thoughts. So if we want to think, we can think. Also, after Kundalini awakening, our attention gets enlightened. So whatever we put our attention to, it works. We get that powerful. It all sounds very miraculous, and it all sounds quite impossible to be so true, so good to be true, kind of a thing. But this is reality. This has been promised to us. This is something new for us, but it's been going on for thousands and thousands of years. About these times, Markandeya wrote about 14,000 years ago in Nadi Granth that even the year that he has mentioned is the year when Shree Mataji started Sahaja Yoga. You convert it from the Indian calendar into our year, it's really 1970 that he talks about, that a day would come when people who are living as grahasthas, means who are living their lives as normal family people, would get to self-realization, amas. That means not just one or two as it used to happen earlier, but amas people will get realization, and they will get Kundalini awakening. Also, he has mentioned that we won't need hospitals. After that, there's a Sanskrit word for that. But yeah, that's one of the byproducts. So all of these issues that we have in life, they slowly drop off once Kundalini awakens as a byproduct. So the Kundalini awakening is the real thing. It happens only when we really seek God from the bottom of our heart. And there has to be someone who's giving it. So that is Shree Mataji in front of us. Shree Mataji, Nirmala Devi started Sahaja Yoga in 1970. And she started with one or two people initially. She gave realization to. And slowly, steadily, it really became a global phenomena. She was in UK for a long time because her husband was posted there as the chief of United Nations International Maritime Organization for 7 consecutive terms. So she also traveled a lot. Now Sahaja Yoga is spread across 150 countries, and it is fully free of cost. It has no charges involved, because Shree Mataji has always said that there is nothing that you can pay for this. You don't have anything that you can pay for this divine, this ultimate thing. So that is how Sahaja Yoga has now advanced and is really becoming a Mahayoga, because so many people are getting to self-realization, something which was never envisioned before. So Sahaja Yoga, the word itself seems new to us, but the word yoga, as we should know, really means the union with divine. And Sahaj means something that happens spontaneously. So it is a spontaneous process. The only two conditions as put out by Ramdas Swami was the guru of Shivaji Maharaj, is that there should be someone to give it and there should be someone who can take it. And it happens instantaneously, spontaneously. So that is all it takes. But unfortunately, we have never had people who have been able to give self-realization. Shree Mataji, of course, we should sit with this hypothesis that she is something special. From her photo, we get those vibrations that our Kundalini awakens and we get our self-realization. So I think that's a bit about Sahaja Yoga, its benefits, and who Shree Mataji is. What we need to understand now is more about the internal subtle system that we have. So what we'll have is we'll put out a chart on the screen for you to see, and we can discuss a little bit about that. So Mayank, if you can just put out that chart. So we've been talking about self-realization. What is self-realization? Is the awakening of our Kundalini Shakti. So what is Kundalini Shakti? What are these chakras inside? We'll talk briefly about that. So when a child is in the mother's womb and he's 2.5 months old, God's energy, we can call it whatever name we like, but that power which creates us, which gives us life, enters through our fontanel bone area, which is on the top of our head, and that bone which is soft when we are a kid. So the energy enters through that area. It creates all these nadis and chakras inside us. These nadis and chakras control all our plexuses, which in turn control all our organs. Also, these nadis and chakras control our complete existence on physical level, emotional level, mental level, and spiritual level. So you can see that there are 3 nadis that get created, and there are 7 flower-like chakras that get created. And the residual energy, it comes down and it settles down at almost the end of our spine. There's a triangular bone, which is called as sacrum bone. So that bone also has been called as sacred by the Greeks. I believe for some reason they would have known that this is the place for this sacred energy that lies inside us. So this Kundalini Shakti comes down and settles here, and it sleeps off gradually as and when. So we say that a child is a form of God. In our Indian culture, we say that. So why do we say that? Because he's still connected to the Almighty. You can say this area pulsates. So his Kundalini is awakened at that time. Slowly and gradually, he develops his ego and this and that, conditionings and everything happens. And the Kundalini comes down and it sleeps off. So it's in a sleeping state most of the time. And the reason that it is called Kundalini is because it's in coils, 3.5 coils. So Kundal is the word for coils in Sanskrit, which is why it is called as Kundalini. So what is this power? This power is the energy of our pure desire. Now, what does that mean? What does pure desire mean? So we talked about the reasons why we are looking, we are seeking, we are coming to Sahaja Yoga. There are so many things that we want in life. We get one thing, we want the other. So I want a car, then I want a house, then I want this, then I want that. Then I get stressed, I want a relief from that. I have this physical problem, I want a relief. So it's a never-ending issue with us, with human beings, that we are always looking for something. We always desire for something. And we never get satisfied. We get one thing, but we still want the other thing. So what is a pure desire? A pure desire would be one which when it is satisfied, we do not want anything else. We get that sense of complete satisfaction and joy by getting that one thing. So that is the pure desire Kundalini residing inside us. It has been with us for all our lives. So we understand in Hindu culture that we have had several lives now. This Kundalini lies with us across all our births, all our janmas, and it records everything inside us. And she's the mother inside us. She's our individual mother, and she knows each and everything about us. And she has been waiting for the time when we would start seeking her, and that is when she would awaken. So she knows all about us. She is waiting for us to get our self-realization, and once we get it, we get the all the ashirvads from her awakening. So this is about Kundalini. Now we'll talk about these nadis and chakras in short. So each day we try to, in each session we try to talk about one particular nadi chakra so that we are able to cover everything in details. So we'll talk a little bit about the three nadis inside us. You can see what is a nadi. Nadi is a channel. So in medical terminology, we understand that there are sympathetic nervous systems and there is parasympathetic nervous system. So all of these systems are in the gross, that is, they're in the physical state, whereas they're actually controlled by these nadis who are in the subtle system inside us. We do not see this from our naked eye. So as you can see on the left hand side, there is a blue channel. It is called as Ida Nadi. It is the nadi, the channel of our past. It's called as left sympathetic nervous system. So this nadi controls all our emotions. So all our emotions, and we know what emotions are all governed by this nadi. And if we are too emotional a person, we are thinking all the time too much about the past, then this nadi goes off and we are in an imbalance. And this nadi is also called as the nadi of the moon, Chandra nadi. And when we overuse it, it gets too cold. The people who are oppressed, depressed a lot, often work on this channel quite a lot. This channel also gives rise to our conditionings. So all that we learn, they can be susanskaras or kusanskaras, that is good learnings or bad learnings. All of that gets stored in this nadi. So it creates superego in our head. We'll talk about that later. On the right hand side, there is the Pingla nadi. This nadi is the Surya nadi. That is the nadi of the sun. This governs our right sympathetic nervous system. And this nadi is really, it's about all our physical and mental activities. So it governs everything that we do, our action. Whereas the left nadi was about desires. All our desires originate from the left hand side, and all our action originates from the right hand side. So people who are very aggressive, who work a lot, who think a lot, plan a lot, people who are always running, very, very super active people, they work too much on this nadi, and this nadi gets overheated, and a lot of issues come up in our physical being also because of that. So both these nadis, everything inside us, when it goes into imbalance, it creates problems. These problems can be physical, emotional, mental. So all of that is governed by our actions, the way we live. So what happens when we go into imbalances? We create various problems inside us. So we have been taught to stay in balance, to stay in the center by various gurus and incarnations that have come on this earth. And what is the reason for that? Because once we are in center, it's only then it's possible to ascend. To go up, a plane has to be balanced. In a similar fashion, we have to lead a balanced life. If we go to any kind of extremes, we face issues and we are not able to ascend. So we've been told to do puja, vrat upvas, all of those things. All those things keep you in the center. They keep you in a position. They were actually meant to keep you in center, in a state where you are ready to get your self-realization when the time comes. So what is in the center is our Sushumna Nadi. This is the Nadi, this is the channel of our ascent. And this governs the parasympathetic nervous system. So all of that which happens auto on its own. So we say there's an autonomous nervous system. So for example, when we run fast, our heartbeats goes faster. And when we slow down, it comes down. So when you ask a doctor how it happens, they say it's an autonomous nervous system. So all of that which is autonomous inside us is governed by the Sushumna Nadi. And this Nadi represents the present. So the past was the Ida Nadi, the future was the Pingla Nadi, and the present is the Sushumna Nadi inside us. So when we are truly in the present, it's only then that Kundalini can rise. So all our chakras you can see are centrally placed on this Nadi. This Nadi is the path of evolution for human beings. So we have become human beings because these chakras have been created inside us by all the incarnations and the real gurus, the prophets that have come on this earth. They have laid out this path for us to ascend and unite with God's power. Now, what we'll do today is talk a little bit about the first chakra. Last time we talked in detail about these three nadis. So the first chakra inside us is Mooladhara chakra, which is the red one. So all these chakras and nadis, as we know that our nervous system has endpoints on our hands and our legs, feet, and it starts from our head. There are various places where we can feel these chakras on a physical level on our hands and feet. We'll talk just about the hands today. So we say that when the Kundalini rises and it pierces the fontanel bone area, we are united with the divine, and we start feeling the cool breeze, the Chaitanya, Salilam as described by Shankaracharya, Adiguru Shankaracharya in his book. We start feeling that Param Chaitanya on our hands. Also what we start feeling is our chakras. Wherever the chakras are caught up, we feel unpleasant sensation, which could be tingling, heat coming out, heaviness on that particular finger. So for example, the Mooladhara chakra is represented on our hands where the palm meets the arm. So you can see a red dot where number 1 is written. That is the place at the bottom of our palm where we can feel the Mooladhara chakra. So for example, I start feeling this tingling on this position, then it means that my Mooladhara chakra is not good and I need to correct it. So when I correct it, if there was any physical problem pertaining to that, that will go away. Any mental or any other psychological issue, anything that can come up from a chakra catching will go away. So that is the basic of how we treat chakras catching in Sahaja. So what is this chakra all about? You can see this chakra has 4 petals. This chakra is governed by Sri Ganesha. So all these chakras have deities inside us. And in Sahaja Yoga, we follow all the true religions that have happened in this world that were created by real incarnations. Because now we know on basis of vibrations who's real, who's not. So whatever qualms you may have about any particular religion, that will, it will go away. All those qualms can be settled down once you get these vibrations, because you will know for sure what is true, what is not. So as we know that first we worship Sri Ganesha before starting anything at all. So that is why we do that, because he's placed on the first chakra inside of us. And this chakra is extremely important. If this chakra is not okay, the Kundalini will not rise. It's only Sri Ganesha who gives an indication to his mother, which is Gauri Kundalini, that there is someone who is authorized, who is sitting in front of me, and that person is authorized, so the Kundalini can rise. So it's you can understand it's extremely important. What Sri Ganesha represents inside us is innocence and wisdom. He is an eternal child, and a child is very innocent. He has no bad feelings inside his mind, no plans going on to foul someone or do wrong with someone. And even on the terms of sex, he's completely innocent. So as you can see, this chakra controls our organs which are pertaining to excretion and sex. So both these things are governed by this chakra. If we go against its principles of innocence and purity in terms of sex, then this chakra can go out. Also, if we do wrongdoings with people, if we are shrewd and cunning, this chakra can go off. So we can see that if we go against any of the qualities of the deities of those chakras, then that chakra gets corrupted. We can say it gets bad, and it has to be cleansed and purified. This chakra, when affected, can lead to various issues, which you can imagine is physically in that area. Problems like AIDS come from this chakra getting caught up. All the left side psychosomatic diseases also can start from this chakra. This chakra, it can be, as we talked about the qualities. So once this chakra gets awakened, we get the wisdom. As kids, parents worry a lot about how they will do well in life, where would they go. So I've been in Sahaja Yoga myself since I was a kid, and I've seen so many around me. You get that sense of wisdom of what is right, what is wrong, and you know which way to go. You know from something that tells you from inside. That wisdom gets developed in a child if he starts Sahaja Yoga early in life. So it's very, very important. First thing is wisdom, and once you have wisdom, you can do all the right things. You can take all the right decisions in life. So it's extremely important. And I think that's a bit about this chakra. So we can move quickly about the other chakras, and then we can get into a session of meditation. So above this is yellow. In yellow is the Swadhisthana chakra. We can feel this chakra on our thumbs. This chakra is represented by Brahmadev Saraswati. As we know, they are the creators of the universe. So when this is awakened, we get a huge amount of creativity inside us. A lot of people develop artistically a lot after coming to Sahaja Yoga. Also, this chakra helps us think. So all our thinking process actually happens through our abdomen, because this chakra provides the gray cells to our brain for thinking. This chakra controls pancreas, liver, a lot of the organs which you can imagine is in this place. And all these organs get neglected when we overthink, we overdo, and they need to be, this chakra needs to come into balance. We need to come into balance for us to cure those issues. After this, there's in green is the Nabhi chakra inside us. This is governed by Sri Lakshmi Narayan, and we can imagine they are the gods of our well-being. They take care of complete well-being for us, and they're also the god of evolution. So we know that Vishnu took so many avatars, so many incarnations at different stages of life for human beings to ascend. So our seeking also starts from this chakra. We start seeking various things in life, and this chakra represents all that seeking inside us. So as you can imagine, without seeking, we won't be coming here to understand more about Sahaja Yoga and our inside, what we are, more about us. So this chakra gives you that seeking. Some of the qualities are generosity, being kind to people, being how a true Lakshmipati should be, and not a miserly person. So all of these qualities come to us from this chakra. Around this is the void, the Bhav Sagar inside us, which is represented by 10 great masters, prophets that have happened on this earth, which include Guru Nanak, Muhammad Sahib, Moses, Zoroaster, Lao Tse, and so many others who have happened on this, who have come on this earth, Shirdi Sainath, who have come on this earth to talk about religion, the true religion inside us. It's not about Hindu, Muslim, Christianity, etc. They have talked about the true religion inside us, and they have told us what to do and what not to do. When we go against those principles that are being established inside us, this goes off and we get issues regarding this. But when this Bhavsagara really gets enlightened, we become masters of ourselves and we really get that gurutva inside us. And this is represented on our palm, around the center of the palm. And Nabhi Chakra is represented on our middle fingers, the longest fingers that we have. After that, we have the heart chakra inside us, the Anahata Chakra. And this is represented, this here on this chakra, we have Sri Jagdamba, the mother of the universe, residing here. On the left hand side is Sri Shiv Parvati, on the right hand side is Sri Sitaram. The main qualities about this chakra is, as you can imagine, love and compassion. On the left hand side, we have the spirit inside us, which is the place of spirit, the Atma, which is the witness to everything. And the self-realization is really the realization that we are the spirit. So this chakra is also the main quality, one of the main qualities is confidence, sense of security, which comes to us from our mother, the Jagdamba, because she protects us from all the bad things in this world. So we get all of that by this chakra. This chakra also has a notion of the mother on the left side and the father on the right side. When these tattvas of mother and father go off, then also this chakra gets caught. As we know that Sri Ram was Maryada Purushottam. So he was the ideal king, father, son, husband. So in anything, if we go against that, this chakra also can get caught. It's represented on our little fingers on both hands, on the left and right side. After this, we have the Vishuddhi chakra inside us. So this chakra is governed by Sri Radha Krishna. So you can imagine now we're talking about one of the other incarnations that have come on this earth. So this was the incarnation of Sri Radha Krishna. We know that he came with 16 kalas. So this chakra has 16 petals. Even the subplexus that is governed by this chakra has 16 subplexuses. That is true for all the chakras. So this chakra has a lot of qualities. All those qualities that we can imagine are for Sri Radha Krishna, where Sri Krishna had all the madhurya, the sweetness. He knew diplomacy. He taught us to be collective. So collectivity comes from this. All our ENT is governed by this chakra. Our communication, which is a very, very important thing inside us, is also governed by Vishuddhi chakra. So our hands are also governed. If we feel too guilty about something, if we keep feeling guilty, we do not feel the vibrations during meditation in Sahaja. So it's very important that we do not feel guilty at all. On the right hand side, we get caught if we shout too much, if we use bad words a lot, if we smoke. All these things can ruin this chakra as well. So this chakra gives us, after our realization, it gives us the witness state where we really see the whole world as a play, as a leela, as the Leeladhar Sri Krishna. You can see. After this is the Agya chakra inside us, where we put the Biddhi. This chakra is extremely important because we can see that all three nadis come and cross over here. This chakra is governed by Sri Jesus Christ and Mahavir and Gautam Buddha. So all of these incarnations, they talked about forgiveness. If you can go back and see their teachings, the main things was about forgiving others. Even on the cruise, when crucified, Christ talked about, he said, "Oh God, please forgive them because they don't know what they're doing." So this chakra had to be established by such great sacrifices. And the most important thing that gets stuck when we do meditation is we are always angry with someone or the other. And we have to say a prayer in meditation where we say that we forgive everyone, and only then this chakra gets cleared. So after this, we can see that this chakra, the three nadis inside us, they create two institutions inside us. On the right hand side, as we talked about, is the channel of action. So the channel of action gives us ego, because whatever we do creates inside us ego. So that is governed on the right hand side, and it crosses over to the left on our head. You can see there's a balloon kind of thing of yellow. Whereas on the left hand side, what we learn, all that gets captured on the left side. So we get our sanskaras, which is our conditionings on the left hand side. All of that creates super ego inside us, which tells us don't do this, don't do that. So these two institutions, sometimes we are high on ego, sometimes we are high on super ego. So they're always overlapping each other, and the path for Kundalini is not cleared out. So once we are in balance, both these and Kundalini rises, it pierces our Agya Chakra. Kundalini, it sucks in both this ego and super ego, and a path clears out for us to, for the Kundalini to pierce the fontanel bone area, which is the Sahasrara Chakra, the last one. The quality that it governs is integration. So all these chakras are governed and integrated by Sahasrara Chakra. And this is the chakra through which we get connected to the Almighty, to the Divine. Sahasrara means 1,000 petals, and that is the name for this chakra. We feel it at the very center of our palms. We feel vibrations coming out of there. That is the place of Sahasrara. The ring finger was for the Agya Chakra. So there's a lot to talk about this subtle system, and so many issues that are regarding physical and other issues that are regarding all of these chakras. We can do that in the subsequent sessions, but the most important thing that we've come here for is our self-realization. And now we'll try and get into a session for meditation to get that. So what to do and what to expect in that meditation session is, we'll try and depict all of these steps. There are some steps to clear ourselves out. Even though this is a spontaneous process, it helps if we have cleared ourselves out a bit, and then we get into meditation. So what we do is, we'll show that stepwise. After that, you feel the vibrations coming onto your hands. When you feel those vibrations, that is the germination, the starting of your Kundalini awakening. That is just a wee bit, the first, you can say a small seed has just sprouted. After that, we meditate every day to make that seed into a tree. And we grow our experience, and we grow into Sahaja Yoga, into deep meditation. So now we'll go for that session. So what you'll see in front of your screen is steps governing kind of the steps that we'll follow now. In the first step, what we need to do is put our right hand on the Mother Earth. So in Sahaja Yoga, we understand that we are created by these 5 elements, and we use them in different shapes and formats for cleansing ourselves out. For now, we'll do a couple of steps where we'll clean ourselves out. So first, we'll clean out our left channel, Ida Nadi, by putting our right hand on the Mother Earth, and we'll do some prayers. Then in the next step, we'll take back our hand on our lap. We'll put the left hand towards the sky by folding it from our elbow. And here we take help of the sky element or ether element, whatever you want to call it. After this, we put both our hands on the Mother Earth. So we do this to get into a state of balance, where we try and balance the 2 nadis inside us that we talked about. After this, we take both our hands into our laps. And then we use our right hand. So we talked about the left nadi being the nadi of desire, and the right nadi being the right nadi of action. So all our action we'll do with our right hand. So we place our right hand onto our heart, and we press it a bit there. In meditation, we'll keep our eyes closed, and we'll do some prayers. So after this, we'll take it onto our forehead, where we put the bindi, and press it like we have had a headache. And we'll do some prayers here. After this, we'll take back the hand on the back of her head and push her head back onto the hand towards the sky. Then we'll come back and place our palm of the right hand onto the top of her head, where as a kid we had a soft bone, the fontanelle bone area, and we'll press it and move it a bit in a clockwise direction. So this is all. This is the whole process that we'll do. After this, we'll sit for a minute or so in meditation, and we'll see what we feel on our palms, on our hands. So, as you understand that just doing some steps and prayers cannot do this amazing and magnificent thing inside us. It is really Shree Mataji's grace that does it for us. Just sit with this hypothesis that it happens because of her grace. You have to ask for it. You have to be humble about it. Her photo gives such vibrations that the Kundalini inside us arises. You have to understand that till now, any incarnation we haven't been able to get their real photos. So if there were to be a real incarnation and we have their photo, then it will emit the right vibrations, the right Chaitanya. So we sit with that complete humility, and we pray with all humility that we can gather inside us, and we say to Shree Mataji, we pray to her that, Mother, please give me my self-realization. You have to really ask for it and sit with that state of mind. So now we'll go into meditation. Please look at Shree Mataji's photo, complete respect, and pray to her that, Mother, please give me self-realization. You can close your eyes slowly. Now we'll do the steps that we just saw. So first we'll put our right hand on to the Mother Earth. Now we are praying for cleansing our Ida Nadi, left channel. So you have to say, Mother, please remove all the negativities of my Ida Nadi through the earth element. Mother, please cleanse my Ida Nadi and bring it into balance. You have to pay attention to your palm, left hand, and also on the right one. You may feel that something is going into the Mother Earth. We'll get our hand back onto the lap. Now put our left hand towards the sky by bending our elbow. Here we are going to pray to balance our Pingla Nadi, the right channel. Mother, please remove all the negativities of my Pingla Nadi, the excessive heat of Pingla Nadi, through the sky or ether element. Mother, please cleanse my Pingla Nadi and bring it into a state of balance. Now we'll place both our hands on the earth, the Mother Earth. And here we have to pray for complete balance. Mother, please clear out whatever imbalances are left in both my Ida and Pingla Nadi and suck them out through the Mother Earth. Mother, please bring me into a state of complete balance. Now you may bring both your hands into the lap. Now, as we saw, we'll do the rest of the steps with our right hand only. Bring your right hand to your heart. Now, here we have to say a very fundamental truth about ourselves. Because that is very, very important and crucial. You have to say, Mother, I am the true spirit. Mother, I am just the Atma, the spirit. Which means that I'm not this body, I'm not this mind, these emotions, desires, conditionings, ego, this identity. I'm not all of this, Mother. I'm just the spirit, I'm just the Atma. Mother, I am the pure spirit. Mother, I am the pure spirit. This is a fundamental truth, and your Kundalini wants to hear you say it. And this is being the truth. Say it with full confidence. Mother, I am the pure spirit. This is the truth that we have been seeking. It's not a mental thing. Now, because I am the pure spirit, Mother, I have done no sin. I am not guilty at all, because the spirit cannot commit any sin. Mother, I am the pure spirit and I am not guilty at all. Let the Kundalini judge you. You don't feel guilty at all. If you feel guilty, your Vishuddhi chakra catches and you do not feel the vibrations. So say it with full confidence. Mother, I am the pure spirit and I am not guilty at all. Now bring this hand on your forehead and press a little like you would when you had a headache. Here we have to give a blanket forgiveness to everyone. You have to say, Mother, I forgive everyone. By forgiving, we actually do not do anything. By not forgiving, we play into the wrong hands, the people who have done wrong to you. When you leave it to God, then God takes over and they take care of the people who have hurt. So say it with full heart. Mother, I forgive everyone. Mother, I forgive everyone. Now take this hand on the back of your head. Push back your head onto the hand towards the sky. And for your own satisfaction, say, Mother, if we have done any sins against the Almighty, please forgive us. Oh Lord, if we have done any sins against you, knowingly or unknowingly, please forgive us. Now, bring your hand onto the top of your head, on the fontanelle bone area, and press a bit there. Pull back your fingers and press from the center of the palm on the fontanelle bone area and move your scalp while pressing in clockwise direction. Now here Shree Mataji cannot surpass your freedom. So you have to ask it for your own. Mother, please give me my self-realization. Mother, please establish my self-realization. Mother, please give me the union with the divine. Mother, please give me my self-realization. You have to ask for it from your heart. Press and move your scalp in a clockwise direction. Mother, please give me my self-realization. Now bring your hands back into your lap. Keep your attention where your hand was and sit for half a minute. You can bring your attention to your palms and see if there is any tingling in any particular finger. If there's a cool breeze coming out of the middle of your hand, or if there could be a hot breeze, or your hands could be getting heavy, jad. Just look at it, just pay attention. Now, as a last step, bring your both hands up, completely up, and palms towards the sky. Push back your head and ask a fundamental question. Mother, is this the Param Chaitanya? Is this the power of love of God? Is this power through which the whole world is created and running? Mother, is this the cool breeze of the Holy Ghost? You can ask any question 3 times. Then answer, you will see vibrations increasing. Bring back both your hands into your lap and again sit for half a minute. Keep your attention on the top of your head, on the fontanel bone area. Now open your eyes and look at Shree Mataji's photo. You will find that you can sit without thinking in meditation. You'll find that you are thoughtlessly aware. As a respectful thanks to Shree Mataji for today's blissful meditation, we'll bring both our hands and do a pranam. Jai Shree Mataji. So as I mentioned, this is just a seed germinating. You would have felt something or the other on your palms, on the top of your head. This is just the beginning and this is just the start. So what you need to do is get into meditation daily and establish this. Learn more about Sahaja Yoga through Shree Mataji's videos and join us for more sessions. If you have just joined, then it would be well advised that you continue for some more days regularly, and then you may get a complete experience of what it means to get your realization. Jai Shree Mataji. If there are any questions, whether on Zoom or YouTube, if you want to talk to us, you can come on Zoom and we can speak as well. So this session is especially for those who do not understand Hindi or Marathi. So please take complete benefit and feel free to talk to us. Shree Mataji.
Shree Mataji. If you have any questions, you can ask on the YouTube live chat, or we have shared the link for the Zoom meeting on the chat. You can join Zoom and talk about your doubts, or you can share your feelings, how you felt on your hand or on your head. We have shared the link of our WhatsApp group. You can click on the link to join the group. In this group, we share video tutorials of how to do daily meditation, how to do foot soak. And we also share Shree Mataji's lectures and our daily session links on this WhatsApp group. On this YouTube channel, we conduct realization session on a daily basis. Every day, 3 times this session is being conducted. First in 8 a.m. in the morning, then 4:15 in the afternoon, and then the 7:45 session. Usually these sessions are conducted in Hindi, so you can join daily and do meditation with us. On Friday, we conduct this session in Marathi, and on Saturday, we conduct this in English. So in whichever language you are comfortable, you can join. Please do continue. Meditate for some days. If you have any questions or you want to share your experience, please do share on the live sessions.
So, Mayank, we have someone on Zoom right now. Yash Chaurasia.
Yeah, but he has not joined audio.
Okay.
Tomorrow we have a special session at 5:30 p.m. Dr. S.C. Nigam will be joining us and sharing his experience. He has traveled along with Shree Mataji all over the world for Sahaja Yoga and establishing Sahaja Yoga in many countries. He'll be sharing his experience with Shree Mataji. So please do join that. It will be a very good session on the same YouTube channel at 5:30 tomorrow. I'll share the link to that session in the chat as well.
And can we
if anybody has a question,
text Yash about how to join? No, we cannot, right?
Yeah, I have texted already. Yeah. If anybody has any questions or want to share their experience, this session will be open for next couple of minutes. We have Sahaja Yogis joining from France today, and they have commented it was a beautiful session and beautifully explained. Thanks to Shree Mataji. So we don't have any questions on the chat. We'll close this session now. I would like to remind everybody that on this YouTube channel, we conduct live realization sessions every day, 3 times in daily. So if you have any friends or relatives who want to learn about Sahaja Yoga, you can tell them about it and you can share the links. Every day at 5:30 p.m. we also conduct a meditation session in which we meditate on chakras and nadis and then listen to Shree Mataji's speeches. You can join that as well. We'll thank Shree Mataji for today's session and for the joy that she has given us. Jai Shri Mataji.
Jai Shri Mataji.